Good morning. Welcome to today's math lesson. Today's learning target is I can divide larger amounts into smaller equal size amounts using long division. We will continue to practice long division today. So let's get started right away. Here we have, let's see here. There we go. Here we have our first problem, 76 divided by 6. And we have all our long division steps. Step 1, we're going to divide, and then we're going to multiply in step 2, and we'll subtract next. And then finally, we'll bring down the next number before we go back to the top and start all over again. So when we have a problem like 76 divided by 6, we first look at the digit furthest to the left, the dividend digit 7 here. Because in long division, remember, we start with the digit on the left and we work our way to the right. So we ask ourselves the same question we asked ourselves when we were learning partial quotients. How many groups of 6 can I make from 7? Well, the answer is 1 group of 6. So we write the 1 over the number we just divided, which is 7. All right, that's the division step. Done. Now we need to multiply. Okay, so we multiply 1 group of 6. So that's 1 group of 6, and that's 6. And we write the product right underneath the number we're dividing, which in this case is a 7. All right, so that's the multiplication step. Now we're going to go on to subtraction. We have to subtract away the 6 from the 7. So now we have 7 minus 6. That's 1. That takes care of the subtraction step. And now we bring down the next part, the next digit in our dividend. That is 6. So we're going to bring that down. And we're going to write it next to the remainder. So now the next dividend is 16. We ask ourselves now, that took down the bring down step. So now we go back to the top where we start all over again. Okay. We ask ourselves, how many groups of 6 can I make from 16? Well, the answer is 2 groups of 6, right? That's 12. And that's as close as we can get without going over. Because if we did 3 groups of 6, that'd be 18, and that'd be too big. So we'll write, we just divided brought down the 6 and divided that. So we'll write the 2 above the 6. That takes care of the division step. And then we're going to multiply, right? 2 groups of 6. 2 groups of 6. We've already done it right here. That's 12. So I'll write that underneath our dividend. That takes care of the multiplication step. Then we'll go and subtract, right? So we'll have to subtract 12 from 6. That leaves us with 4. That takes care of the subtraction step. And now we bring down our final step. And we'll notice, oh, look, there's no digits left to bring down. We're done. This is the final remainder. So that takes care of the final bring down step. So there we have it. We now have our total final quotient. We have 12. Let me go back there. We have 12 with a remainder of 4. And that remainder is this number here, our final remainder. We just brought it up to our answer line. This is our final quotient, 12 with a remainder of 4. How about that? Let's try another one. All right, here we have 91 divided by 8. So let's see here. Step 1, we need to divide. So we'll ask ourselves, how many groups of 8 can I make in 9? And of course, the answer is 1 group of 8. And so we'll now multiply. That takes care of the division step. We now have to multiply. So we'll do 1 group of 8. That's 8. And we'll write that product here underneath the number we're dividing. That takes care of the multiplication step. Now we have to subtract. Let's go ahead and do that. 9 minus 8, that's 1. That takes care of the subtraction step. And now we bring down our final step. So we'll go over here, we'll bring down the 1, and we'll write it right there. 1. So now that takes care of the bring down step. And now we go back to the top, right up here to dividing again. And we ask ourselves, how many groups of 8 can we make from 11? Right? And the answer is 1. So we'll write the 1 above the number we just brought down. And now that takes care of the, let me back up here. Let me back up. I want to color code this just like I did last time. All right, that's 1. And that takes care of the division step. And now we're going to multiply. So 1 group of 8 is still 8, just like we did before. So that's 1 times 8 is 8. That takes care of the multiplication step. And now we need to subtract. So we'll go ahead and subtract 8 minus 11. And that is, let's see here, 3. Yep, that takes care of the subtraction step. And now we have to just bring down the next number. The next, well, it's not there. We must be done. There's no digits left to bring down. This must be our final remainder. So we'll move it up here to the answer line, right up here, as remainder 3. So our final, let me clean this up a little bit here. Our final quotient is 11 with a remainder of 3. Let's tackle one more problem. All right, so here we have 86 divided by 5. All right, step 1, we must divide. How many groups of 5 are there in 8? Well, you're right, there's just 1. That takes care of the division step. So we multiply. 1 group of 5, that's 5. So 1 times 5 is 5. We'll write that under the number we just divided. That takes care of multiplying. Now we need to subtract. So we'll do 8 minus 5 is 3. That takes care of that step. And now we need to bring down. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's bring down the 6. And now we have to go back to the top and divide again. How many groups of 5 are there in 36? Well, we know that 5, let's see, 5 times 7 is 35. So that takes care of, let me back up again. 5 times 7 is 36. So that takes care of the division step. So now we must multiply. 7 groups of 5 is 35. So we'll write that underneath the 36, keeping our place values lined up. That takes care of the multiplication step. I've gotten a head start. We need to subtract next. Just couldn't wait. I was so excited to subtract. 36 minus 35 is 1. That takes care of subtraction. And now we bring down. But look, there's no more digits to work with. We're done. This is our final remainder. So let's bring this remainder up into the answer line. This is 17 with a remainder of 1. Our final quotient is 17 with a remainder of 1. So do you see how these, we brought down our final number, which we didn't have to do. So do you see how these steps, these same 4 steps here, they just repeat over and over and over. And when we use long division, we treat bigger numbers like, say, 86 as just a series of small 1-digit division problems. 8 divided by 5, we bring down the remainder, 36 divided by 5. And as we break it up into smaller steps, it makes these larger numbers more manageable. Okay, let's get ready to practice. If you can practice on your own, I'll ask you to do that. If you need some help, let's work on this together. All right, let me know if you need help. Thanks. Good luck. Bye.